This is our second problem involving the law of sine or the sine law. And by the way, if you haven't checked the playlist yet, so we actually have a playlist of sine and cosine law. So all the problems that we have discussed involving the sine law and the cosine law, we placed it in a folder, in a playlist. So please check it out. So you could review exactly what we did with the cosine law and some of the problems we did with sine law, and you can differentiate between the two laws. So which one you think is better to use, sine law or cosine law? Remember, the sine law and the cosine law can only be used if the angle or the triangle involved is not a right triangle. If it is a right triangle or one of the angles is 90 degrees, use the SOHCAHTOA, right? Sine opposite of adjacent, cosine adjacent of. So that kind of coding, right? If it is a right triangle, right? So you use the SOHCAHTOA. Opposite over hypotenuse, adjacent over hypotenuse, and tangent is opposite over adjacent. SOHCAHTOA. Right? If it is not a right triangle, like in this problem over here, this is not a right triangle. So to solve for the unknown angle or to unknown side of the triangle, you have to use either cosine law or the sine law. In most problems, it is specified that you use sine law or you use cosine law. But if it is not specified by your teacher, your instructor, what to use, then you have to think, all right, when can you use cosine and when can you use the sine? You can even combine the two, you can use both. If it is not specified in the problem of what to use. If it is specified, like in this case, we will be using only the sine law to solve for the angle P to the nearest degree. That means we need to round it off to the nearest degree. So that means we need to solve this angle over here. All right. So first step, like we always do, is we need to understand what is the problem. That means we need to understand what is given or the known values. We have angle Q. So angle Q is given 78. Side 18 is also given. RQ is 18. All right, that side is given. The side RP or PR is also given 34. All right, so we need to label the sides so we can use the sine law. All right. All right, we have a triangle RPQ. Yes, RPQ is our triangle. All right, for vertex P, okay, for that vertex P over there. So as you can see, that vertex P, the opposite side is RQ, right? And it is 18 in length, right? The opposite of this angle is actually this side here, right? It's RQ and the side is given 18. So for vertex Q, which has an angle of 78, the opposite side is this one, right? That's the opposite side. And it has a given length, 34. And finally, for vertex R, or this angle here, which is not known R, the opposite side is this side over here. It is not known, so it is a known length. All right, let's now go to the sine law. I hope you still remember we already have a problem on the sine law. It's now in our playlist. This is the equation of the sine law, which I would always recommend that you remember or memorize. And it is so easy to memorize because sine law states that the sine of the angle is over the side opposite it is equal to the other angle, sine of the other angle, divided by the side opposite that angle. All right, so it means that if this is the angle, the side opposite is this. If this is the angle, the side opposite is this side. If this is the angle given, the side opposite is this side. So that is what sine law is, right? All right. So let's go back to our problem. The problem, and here's the triangle All right, so we can designate the sides now. If this is big Q, that's the angle 78. The small q is its opposite side. Okay, we will designate the given 34 as the small q, right? If this is the big P angle, big P, and the opposite side is the small p. Yeah, it is small p, and it is also given 18. This side here is the angle R. It's unknown. Thus, the opposite side is the small r, the side. All right. So, which sine law do you think should we use? There are three of them here, right? Now, like I've said in the previous problem, out of the three, you just have to select two. Two out of three. So select two here. You can pair this. You can pair this and this. So, yep, that's one pair. Or you can also pair, if you want to select this, you can also select this if you want. That's 2 out of 3. Or you can also select this and this as the pair. So you, depending on what is given on the problem, you just have to pick 2 out of 3. Now, from our given, we will be using this. This is the sine law that we will be using. Let's analyze why we will be using that, so we will understand exactly what's happening in there. All right, so sine p over p, so that means I'll take the sine of this angle, and the small p is already given. All right, so this one is still unknown, right? Now, why did I use this one? I use this because both of the angle and the sides are already given. Remember, sine big Q is 78. All over the small q is 34. So, in this equation, the only unknown, or the only variable that is unknown is the angle P. Right? Because the small p is given, right? In the problem, that's the small side opposite to the angle big P, and that is 18. So that means if I substitute the values in there, sine p, which is the unknown big P, the small p is already given as 18. The sine big Q, Q is already given 78. The small q is also given 34. The only unknown left is the big P, or the angle P. And we can solve that, of course, right? We will solve for P, sine P. So sine P is equal to, all right, 18. So we can, cross multiply that one to the other side, so it would be 18 times sine 78 over 34. All right, sine 78 is this one. If you use your calculator, that's take the sine of 78 degrees, that's the answer, divided by 34. Don't forget to multiply it with 18. So 18 times this one, so this is the division of these two. All right, and then so it will be this one, sine p is equal to 18 times that, and then sine p is equal to this, and then to solve for p, you simply have to take the arc sine, since it is sine p. So if you have to manipulate this, I hope you know how to use your calculator. It would be this, and you take the arc sine for that number, and then you can solve for the value of p. It is this one, but I think it is rounded off to the nearest degree. I think that is what the problem requires, to the nearest degree. That means you round it off to 31, all right? Because it's 31.18, the nearest degree is, it is not 32. The nearest one is 31. So that's the answer. That's the final answer for angle P. All right. If you have questions, again, just leave a comment below. Don't forget to give me a like. And if you haven't followed yet, please give me a follow. Now, this next problem, I want you to solve it yourself. So if I want you to pause the video, just click the pause. And then after maybe few minutes, come back to this video, play it again, and then I'll give you the answer. Here's the problem which I want you to solve yourself. I will not show you the solution here. So this is the next problem. I want you to find or measure angle A. So the unknown is the big A. This angle here of the triangle is unknown to the nearest degree using the sine law. All right. So I want you to pause the video. So you have here this side is known, or the angle opposite that side is also known. All right. The angle opposite of big A is known. This is small a. All right. So I want you to use sine law to solve for angle A. All right. The next, if I pull this one up, I will be revealing the answer already. So I want you now to please pause the video and solve it. Just use your calculator. And then once you're ready, come back and I'll show you I'll show you the answer now. Kindly pause it if you don't want to see the answer. So the answer in 5. All right. The countdown in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here's the answer now. All right. The answer is 22. All right. Did you get the right answer? Is your answer 22 as well? I hope you got the answer correct. So the answer in the nearest degree, if it is in decimal point, please round it off to the nearest degree. So the answer is 22 degrees. All right. That's it for the sine law. I will put this one in the playlist, the cosine sine law playlist. So review all the examples of our sine law, cosine law in that playlist. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye.